Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest in the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today I'm in Los Angeles, California, and I'm covering the original mixer. This is the second time that Mission Matters has been out here on behalf of Kathleen Tepley and the Los Angeles Consulting Group. And man, it is just quite an event. And my next guest today is Monica. She's one of the sponsors. Monica, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
All right, so I got to know the origin story. How'd you meet either Kathleen or Heath, or how'd you get introduced to the original mixer?
It's actually a really fun story. So Masha, who's one of my closest girlfriends, used to work at the Lux Hotel.
Oh, stop.
I probably...
By the way, for everybody at home, the event's at the Lux Hotel. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, probably 10 years ago. And so Kathleen does an amazing job here and just really well connected with, even when we were talking about like getting the valets involved and making sure we were giving them treats and snack boxes. And so Masha was helping her book these events years ago.
Yeah.
And so when I started Dink Dine 3.5 years ago, Masha said, you need to meet Kathleen. So she introduced us via email, and Kathleen said to me, because I'm nobody, she said to me, if you're Masha's family, if you're Masha's friend, you're mine.
Stop.
And so that was it.
Why is Kathleen a little sweetie like that?
She's amazing. She's amazing. So she introduced us to some of the events that they have. Whiskey Wednesday was one of our first ones that we went to, and I ended up meeting the most incredible group of people.
Yeah.
We've all really become really good friends. We've had some investors through that group and a lot of business partners through that group. And so part of being a part of the original mixer was in a way of thank you to Kathleen for everything, and just to continue to be the best partners that we can be, because she's been incredible to us.
That's amazing. Well, speaking of incredible, tell us about Dink Dine. Like, how'd you get that idea? You're a founder. Like, how'd that come about?
Yes. So our original partner, his name is Dave. Dave and I were talking. It was during COVID, and I had COVID at the time, and I was all cranky. And
perfect time to start a business. I have COVID and I'm cranky. Let's start a business.
It really was.
Okay,
and it was
continue.
just kind of like the idea of, people are always looking for something to do that isn't just going to a bar to drink or going to a restaurant, but how do you do something that's active and fun and engaging and has community and all of these things that we're looking for. And we were missing so much of that in COVID.
Yeah.
And so we were just talking about, like, what if we could create the place that brought everybody there? And we have owned and own restaurant consulting groups outside of Dink Dine. And so we are real operators. We know how this works. We know what it takes to do this. And so we said, I think out of anybody, if we put this, we call ourselves lovingly the Eatertainment Dream Team.
The Eatertainment Dream Team.
Eatertainment Dream Team.
Is that like your crew, the Eatertainers?
Yeah, kind of.
That's cool. Dang, you better trademark that one if that one's not done yet. The Eatertainers.
I don't think it is. All right, nobody take that. That's ours.
Oh, snap. Okay.
But so we did. So we have this amazing group of people that we work together on other projects, and Dink Dine came to life. And so it's been 3.5 years, and now we're about 6 weeks out from finally opening our first location in Mesa, Arizona.
That's amazing.
It's really incredible.
How long have you been in the industry? You mentioned that you've been operators for a bit.
Gosh, my degree's in hospitality management,
Okay.
Kent State, Ohio. And I moved to California 2 days after I graduated college and worked for some really incredible restaurant groups. Started my business now 8 years ago of the restaurant consulting side, and then Dink Dine 3.5 years. And so on our team, I'd say I'm probably the youngest. I don't want to say 30 years, but probably. And our team is just a very seasoned group that we've all gone through the ringer. We've done this a million times. We've opened up hundreds of restaurants.
Wow.
And so we've been very slow and steady to get here, which I think is amazing, because I know a lot of our competitors had been, really racing to the finish line. And everybody kept saying that it's this whole, like, we got to jump in and get into real estate and do all these things. And we kept saying, let's do things the right way and in the right amount of time. And, here we are.
So tell us about the concept for Dink Dine. And like you said, it's going to be in Mesa. Like, tell us about the concept and what it entails.
So Dink Dine Pickle Park is very much a food and beverage pickleball entertainment venue. So you think about, you could go to a gym or a park and be able to play pickleball.
Yeah.
But we take it about 17,000 steps further. So there's no admission to get in. So if you just wanted to come in and bring your family, the kids, the dog, and just enjoy being a part of the park and listen to live music, you are welcome to. If you wanted to then come in and, again, a couple steps further, take that and have a picnic in the park. We have a whole picnic basket concept, which is my favorite.
Nice.
Or get pizzas in the park. We have an amazing pizza oven to do homemade pizzas. And so it's this whole thought process of we're all looking for a place to be a part of, to be a community. And you can come in and, have your food and beverage experience, and maybe you've never played pickleball, or you're just learning, and you're just as welcome as somebody who is this amazing pickleball player who's coming in, and maybe they don't want food and beverage because they're just in for like the competition, which is great. So we're going to do clinics and lessons and tons of group events, and we have an entire building dedicated to corporate. So we have 3 private dining rooms, 3 private courts, 2 indoor courts, a lounge, and then all of that opens up onto the park. So it's just a really inclusive,
when is this going to open?
place.
This sounds fun.
July 30th.
Oh, that's so
It's
soon.
so soon.
Oh my gosh.
It's so amazing.
All right, so there's a lot of entrepreneurs too that watch this show. So my final question, like every concept, everything, whether it's entertainment, whether it's in hospitality, there's always roadblocks. There's always hurdles. There's always stuff. What keeps you going? What keeps you personally going to continue to persevere to get to the point of opening?
Yes.
What keeps you going?
Our team. I think about our team members that we're hiring there, and because I've been in the hospitality world for so long, I think how we can be better at making hospitality a better place to be a part of. Where, I remember all of my cooks and stuff over the years eating behind a line, sitting on a trash bin, and they have like 10 seconds to shove a steak down their mouth. Somebody left over, or this is so gross. But I remember putting French fries in my apron that somebody left on a table because I would have no time to eat. And I don't want that anymore.
That's hardcore hospitality. That's what I'm talking. That's paying your dues right there.
It is, but now it's how can we do
Dang,
better?
did you call them apron fries? I don't know.
Shoot, I should have.
Bag fries, McDonald's. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no,
but
like
apron
Five
fries.
Guys bag fries.
Yeah.
No, I should have. No,
Okay.
they were just really gross apron fries.
So the team. That's what keeps you going.
It's our team. It's that we can make a bigger impact in the hospitality space by doing things the right way, by being a better leadership team, by giving them a better environment to work in, to be a part of, and it's very rewarding to see everything that we've put in, and generations are different now, and so we want to lean into that. We don't want to shy away from that. So
amazing. Well, last thing I want you to do, I want you to look into the camera. How do people follow up? How do they learn more? How do they visit this place once it's open?
So we are opening in Mesa, Riverview, July 30th. So you can find us at dinkanddine.com. You're welcome to email me directly, monica@dinkanddine.com, and follow us on Instagram.
Amazing. For everybody listening, just so you know, we'll definitely put the links in the show notes, so you can just click on the link and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way on your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Monica, thanks again for coming to the show.
Thank you so much.